Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, so today I'm going to make another video of the Hijrah of Rasulullah to Medina. Okay, first, on September 24, 6026, 1622, the Prophet Muhammad completed his Hijrah or flight from Mecca to Medina to escape persecution. In Medina, Muhammad set about building the pillar of his religion, Islam, into an organized community and Arabian power. The Hijrah would later mark the day beginning year one of the Muslim calendar. Muhammad, one of the most influential religion and political leaders in history, was born in Mecca around 517. His father died before he was born, and Muhammad was put under the care of his grandfather, head of the prestigious Hashim clan. His mother died when he was 6 and his grandfather when he was 8, leaving him under the care of his uncle Abu Talib, the new head of the clan. When he was 25, Muhammad married a wealthy widow, 15 years his senior. He lived the next 15 years as a merchant, and his wife gave birth to 6 children, 2 sons who died in childhood and 4 daughters. From time to time, Muhammad spent nights in a cave in Mount Hira, north of Mecca, ruminating of the social ills of the city. Around 610, he had a vision up in the cave in which he heard the voice of a majestic being, later identified as the angel Gabriel, said to him, "You are the messenger of God." Thus began a lifetime of religious revelation, which he and the others collected as the Al-Quran or Quran. Muhammad regarded himself as the last prophet of the Juda, Judaic Christian tradition, and he adopted aspects of these older religion theologies while introducing new doctrines. Muhammad's monotheistic religion came to be called Islam, meaning surrender to God, and his followers were Muslim, meaning those who have surrendered. His inspiration techniques would bring unity to the Arabian Peninsula, an event that has sweeping consequences for the rest of the world. By 615, Muhammad had gained about 100 converts in Mecca. He spoke out against rich merchants who he criticized as immortals in their greed, and he denounced the worship of idols and multiple gods, saying there is no God but Allah. City leaders became hostile to him, and in 600, 619, his uncle Abu Talib died and was succeeded as the head of the Hashim clan by another one of Muhammad's uncle, Abu Lahab. Abu Lahab refused to protect Muhammad and persecution of the Prophet and his Muslim is increased. In the summer of 621, an encourages of 20 men came to Makkah from Medina and upheld this community were 200 miles to the north. They were ostensibly making a pilgrimage to Mukkah's Pangan shrine, but they had actually come to meet with Muhammad and professed themselves as Muslim. In 622, a large group of converts from Medina, came to Mecca and took an oath to Muhammad to defend him as their own king. Muhammad immediately encouraged his Mecca followers to make their way to Medina in small groups. When the city authorities learned that the Muslim has begun an exodus, they plotted to have the Prophet killed. Under his threat, Muhammad slipped away unnoticed with the chief disciple and made his way to Mecca. Using an unfrequented path, he completed the celebrated Hijrah in uncorrupted Arabic. On September 24, 622, the history of Islam had begun. At Medina, Muhammad built a strategic state lead raids on trading caravans for Mecca. Attempt by Mecca armies to defend the Muslim force failed, and several leading Mecca migrated to Medina and became Muslim. Muhammad later became a more conciliator to Mecca, and in 626 and 29, He has allowed to lead a privileged there is in exchange for a peace treaty shortly after he was attacked by allies of Mecca and Muhammad he announced the treaty. In January 613, he returned to his birthplace with 10,000 men and swore alliance to its Muslim conquerors. He was now the strongest man in Arabia. During the next few years, most of the peninsula discredited Arab tribes came to him to ask for alliance and convert to his religion. By his death on June 8, 632, Muhammad was the effective ruler of most Arabian, and his rapidly growing empire was poisoned for expansion into Sharia in Israel. Within 20 years, the Byzantine and Persian empires has fallen in into the Prophet's successor, and during the 2nd century, vast Arab conquests continued. The Islamic empire grew into one of the large and into the largest the world has ever seen, stretching from India across the Middle East and Africa and up to Eastern Iberian Peninsula. The spread of Islam continued, and after the fragmentation of Arabic Empire, and many societies in Africa and Asia voluntarily adopted Muhammad's religion. Today, Islam is the world's second largest religion. So yeah, okay. Another story is the journey of Muhammad, or should we say the what is it called? Isra Miraj, like that. I forgot. Okay. What is the night journey and ascension of Al Isra Miraj? The night journey and ascension, the prophet which has miraculously occurred during which he traveled. Huh? The The journey, the night journey, Al Isra wal Mi'raj, has many lessons and virtues for us to reflect on, especially lead upon the holy month of Ramadan. The content in which it took place in a crucial at the Prophet Muhammad SAW was a period of great hardship and suffering. His beloved wife and the first Muslim, Khadijah, has passed due to the harsh sanction approved by the Quraysh. His uncle Abu Talib, who was one of his greatest supporters against the Quraysh, also passed away during the period in what became known as the Year of Sorrow, which was 10 years after Prophet Muhammad began to preach his message. He was also cruelly rejected by the people of Taif around this time who had hoped to spread the message of Islam. The Isra Miraj was when the Prophet Muhammad traveled to Masjid Al-Aqsa in Jerusalem and then with the angel Jibril up to the heaven. It was when he was first given the five prescribed daily prayers. He also led the other prophet in prayers and met some of them. Many extraordinary sights were witnessed by Prophet Muhammad on his journey. It will also test of faith for the believers at the time and opportunity for the true believers to shine. Okay, that's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.